Hello there, I'm Rylan, and I was talking to some people a little while ago about cryptocurrency mining, and it appeared to me that they just weren't aware of some softwares that a cryptocurrency miner probably should know. So I thought I'd make a video showcasing a good amount of softwares that you as a crypto miner should be aware of. So yeah, let's hop in. I'd like to thank TPS Miner, Llama Crypto, and Dandyworks for all making their own part in this video. They each go over a software that they have found useful and they've utilized for cryptocurrency mining. So yeah, I'll start with mine. I thought I would start off with the Zelcore wallet. This wallet is really interesting because it has every cryptocurrency under the sun almost. And it also has a exchange built into it. You know, you can quick swap. It is a little expensive, I do know that. There are other exchanges that you can use here right in Zelcore. You have to buy Zelcore Plus to unlock the rest of this. Another cool thing is that the same people who made this application are the people who develop Flux, which is really cool. So yeah, that's the software that I chose to overview for this.
Hey guys, Red Llama here. So Rylan has asked me to contribute softwares that I use for mining. And for those who don't know who I am, I'm Llama Crypto. I am pretty new to all of this. I just started mining within the past year, got into crypto about 2 years ago at the beginning of the pandemic. And I am pretty new, so I only got into Hive OS, one of the softwares I'm going to be talking about, within the past like 8 months, I would say, or even 9 months. Before that, I was on NiceHash because it was just pretty easy and nice to use, but pretty new to all of this. Hive OS has been pretty easy to work with, and I'm not just go over the high level things here because this software has really made it a lot easier to manage different rigs. And what you could do is, with the software, you can manage your farm. You can have multiple farms here, but for me, I only have one. And over here, I have a few rigs that are down right now, but I could see or even get alerts to my phone directly, knowing which ones are down, which ones are up, which ones have some issues with it. So that's something you can do within Hive OS, and you can actually change the flight sheets or change what you're mining on the go. You don't even need to use or be on a computer to do that change. You can do it over the phone using like an iPhone Hive OS app. So there is a lot of functionality that you could do with this program. And just to show one of the rigs, you can monitor all the different temperature, hash rates, and everything within Hive OS, like stats. It'll give you a rundown what's been going on with your rig for days. So it really helps you troubleshoot what's going on. It gives you all the overclocks, it gives you the fan temperature, it gives you so much more detail, and it's kind of logged all in. And you can even take a look at the miner, take a look at different aspects of it. You can add a watchdog to this. Say, like, if over time you start noticing some of the cards are overheating and they're dropping in hash rate, you can set this so it could restart it or notify you or just stop the rig completely. There is a lot of great functionality within Hive OS that I think a lot of people should start considering or moving to, but I think it depends on where you are as a miner. If you're a new miner, then I would say stick to Windows, stick to NiceHash, stick to something, you know, easy to work with if you're floating back and forth between using your home PC and also mining on the side. Now, if you're got dedicated rigs, I would suggest using something like this because the first rig, I believe, is free. And other ones, as you start adding on, it charges a little bit, but not that much. So this is just like a brief overview of Hive OS, and I appreciate Rylan reaching out and asking for me to contribute to this. Rylan is a really great guy. He has lots of great content. He's really energetic, and he is young, but he's gonna get places. So again, thank you for asking me to contribute to this, and I really appreciate that. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you, Llama. Now, I actually just switched to Hive OS just recently, last month, and I'm really enjoying not having to worry about the rig crashing every now and then. I have to reboot it and a Windows update stopping it. So yeah, moving on to TPS Miner.
Hey everyone, TPS Miner here. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Ryland for reaching out to me and asking me to be a part of this collaboration. I think this was an excellent idea to get folks together to start talking about the different pieces of software that we use in our everyday lives. I'm honored to be a part of this, and again, Ryland, thank you very much for thinking of me and including me. When you asked me to start thinking about the different pieces of software I use, I knew right away that I wanted to talk about Tech PowerUp's GPU-Z. I think this is a must-have for all miners, and one that's largely overlooked. I don't feel like it's talked about enough, so I wanted to use this opportunity to talk about it. So GPU-Z can be downloaded from the Tech PowerUp website, and once you download and install it, you get this interface here. And I want to highlight and talk about the first two tabs because I think these are the most important. So the graphics card tab is going to give you all of the information that you need to know about your graphics card. First thing I do when I get a new card, I put it into my Windows test bench and I use GPU-Z to look at all of this information. So you get the graphics card name, you get the BIOS version, you get the memory type, and the driver version. So these are all very important things to know about your graphics card. So the next thing I do is I look at the BIOS version, and right next to the version is a small button with an arrow that allows you to download and save the BIOS. I do this for all of my cards just so I have the original BIOS in case I need it at any point in the future. If we go to the bottom here, if you're running multiple graphics cards in a single Windows setup, you can toggle between them. In this case, I do only have one card, but if I had more than one, I could toggle between the cards. Okay, so the next piece of information here that is extremely valuable is the sensors tab. So you can see here that we get all of the sensor information from the graphics card in one location. Again, when I'm baselining a graphics card, I always take a screenshot of this so I have something to go back and reference. And while I'm tuning the graphics card, I can look at the different clocks, I can look at the different temperatures, I can look at the load, I can look at the power draw, both at the board level and at the PCIe slot level. I can look at the power and the voltage of the 8-pin connector interface, and then the total power consumption. So again, these are extremely valuable pieces of information that we need while we're tuning our graphics cards or while we're mining with these graphics cards to make sure that we're doing it safely. So this GPU-Z by far is one of the most important pieces of software that I think we as miners should all be using. I hope this was helpful. I hope if you folks weren't aware of GPU-Z, you can go out, download it, and start using it. And again, Ryland, thank you so much for including me in this collaboration. Congratulations on all of your success, and please keep up the good work, buddy. All right, thanks everyone.
Thank you, TPS Miner. And I agree, Tech PowerUp is an amazing software that every crypto miner should be aware of. You can use it to save your BIOS or even to know what BIOS you're using. And same with the driver. It's all useful information that will come in handy. Anyway, we're going to move on to Dandyworks. He started doing YouTube just recently now. His Twitter bio says, a YouTuber with only 3 videos, but subscribe anyway. You should go ahead and follow that instruction. Anyway, we're going to move on to see what he has to say.
Hey, it's DJ, otherwise known as Dandyworks, and today I want to talk about what is personally, as of right now, my favorite mining software. Now, as of right now, as far as mining software goes, I gotta tell you, I think that lolMiner just takes the cake. And that's for a few reasons, with the biggest being that it's just very stable on all of my mining rigs. Now, I originally switched from MB Miner to lolMiner because I was having stability issues across one of my AMD rigs, but after switching to lolMiner, I found that lolMiner just kind of worked. And when I eventually did start dual mining Toncoin and Ethereum, I found that lolMiner was by far the most stable. I tried Gminer, I tried T-Rex, but lolMiner just worked. And that's probably why I've just continued to use it, is because it's very stable, it doesn't have any issues, and when it does crash, it's pretty much always an easily addressable issue that was probably the fault of an overclock, or something that I can directly fix immediately. Anyway, that's my favorite mining software. You might be using something different, and if you are, I think you should try out lolMiner. Alright, that's enough from me. Back to you, Rylan.
Thank you so much, DandyWorks. And I actually initially used lolMiner, and then I switched to MB Miner because they had the LHR unlock before, I believe, everyone else. There might have been one other miner that had it beforehand, but I actually just personally switched back to lolMiner, and I really like it. Just recently, Seb Hezlo had a interview with one of the developers, which is that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll leave that link down in the description below for you to watch if you want to watch it. That being said, thank you so much for watching, and go subscribe to all of these YouTubers that partook in this. They are all amazing. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.